The Kashmir Valley was turning green again after the monsoon. Smoke and fog were rolling down the mountain slopes. But behind that fog was a storm of war. In the late summer of 1965, Pakistan's top military leadership launched a secret plan, named Operation Gibraltar. They believed that the Muslim people of Kashmir were ready to revolt against Indian rule. Pakistan planned to send its soldiers there as mujahideen, who would go and incite riots in Kashmir and put pressure on India. Late at night, Pakistani commandos crossed the mountains and entered Kashmir. No one heard their footsteps, but within a few days, explosions, gunfire, and sporadic attacks began. India realized that this was not just a rebellion, it was an organized attack from across the border. Countermeasures were taken by India. The deployment of troops on the border increased. The level of exchange of fire increased. India decided that this war could not be limited to Kashmir alone. Pakistan's mainland must also be pressured. In early September, India launched an attack on the Lahore border. The battlefield in Punjab turned into a valley of fire. Amritsar, Pathankot, Sialkot, Kaisar, and Lahore, violent fighting broke out between the two sides. Pakistan deployed its most powerful tank, the Patton tank, which it had received from America. India responded by sending down its Centurion tank. A fierce tank battle broke out between the two sides at a place called Asal Uttar. Hundreds of tanks faced each other, and the sound of artillery shook all around. Indian sepoys, sometimes barehanded, destroyed Pakistani tanks by throwing petrol bombs. Pakistan lost many Patton tanks, and India achieved unexpected success in this battle. The Indian army reached the outskirts of Lahore. Pakistan was pressured. At the same time, a huge battle broke out in Sialkot. Another tank battle took place here, one of the largest tank battles in the world. Although the Indian army penetrated deep into Pakistan, Pakistan also occupied some of the border. Airstrikes began in both countries. Delhi, Lahore, Karachi, and Amritsar. Even many border towns were attacked by enemy aircraft. The war intensified, and the international community became concerned. The United States and the Soviet Union called on both sides to cease fire. The United Nations became active. A ceasefire was decided on the night of September 22nd. Both sides were tired, both sides were wounded. Thousands of soldiers had died, countless families had lost loved ones. A peace agreement, known as the Tashkent Agreement, was signed in January 1966 in Tashkent, Soviet Union. Indian Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri and Pakistani President Ayub Khan signed the agreement. However, Prime Minister Shastri died of a heart attack in Tashkent a few days after the agreement. Even after the war, the Kashmir problem remained. But one thing is clear in this war. The people of both India and Pakistan learned to understand the horrors of war. And a bloody chapter is written in history, which began in the lap of the mountains and ended with the memory of thousands of deaths. This was a complete, continuous story of the 1965 Indo-Pakistani War.